Hi, my name's Tess. I have mental health problems and I got diagnosed with autism like a few years ago, and I make a few very embarrassing videos about it. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my experience with CAMHS because I'm turning 18 in January, so I've like nearly finished there. I've been with them since I was 13 and I see and like hear a lot of bad things about CAMHS. But I just guess like I wanted to talk about my experience with them a bit, which has been overall like a good experience. But basically with CAMHS, I've seen 2 therapists there, I think, or maybe 3 therapists. My first therapist there I did CBT with, and she was really nice. But I didn't see her for that long, like we didn't finish the course because she had to leave. And then I saw an art therapist there as well, who was also really lovely, like, and really helped me a lot. I saw her every week or every other week for like 2 years, really. I had the same psychiatrist the whole time I've been there, who is nice. I think he sometimes watches my videos, so hi. Yeah, he's really nice. He gave me the diagnosis of OCD and autism and depression, and has like tried lots of different medications with me, but I don't really get on very well with medication, so that's been quite like a hard journey. When I've been in crisis, like he's seen me every week. Like if I emailed him, he would respond like pretty much straight away. I've also seen the crisis team, which is like an outreach team. I think it's like tier 3.5, which you'd have like in a crisis, like to try and prevent a hospital admission. And I think I've seen them 3 times. Currently with them at the moment as well because my art therapy's finished, so it's to like have someone as I transfer to adult services. A lot of people make jokes about the crisis team, that they're kind of rubbish and stuff like that, which, like, I don't know, I've had some really nice crisis workers that have like been really helpful. I've never been told to like have a cup of tea or anything like that, but I do feel with them that it's kind of like fairly pointless. Like you can ring them at any time you want except the weekends. It just feels a bit stupid, like you're not allowed to be in crisis on the weekend or something. And they always come in for me. They've always been there after the crisis. And I felt like they haven't really had the authority to semi-inpatient, even if it was maybe like the safest thing to do. So basically they haven't really ever been able to make me feel safer, but they have been there to talk to like as more like heavy support, that they could come and see me like every other day at my house if I wanted or anything like that. I have had like a few bad experiences like in general hospitals and things like that, like after crisis, where they kind of just say like you're not ill. They don't say things, but they kind of imply like you're not ill and like we're just gonna send you home. And I have felt very invalidated in the past, and now something that I struggle with is like validation and like trying to prove myself or like prove I'm ill, or gaslighting myself because I've been told like you're not ill, that like you don't need this to be as big of a deal as you're making it out. I have had a CAMHS inpatient, which was kind of like my psychiatrist with CAMHS arranged it for me because I feel like he's the only person that really like believes me, which is like really important to have. And I always say, like, because everyone with suicide, they always say, like, reach out beforehand or like check up on people and stuff like that. But like, having been suicidal, that when you reach out, they, like, professionals kind of give the vibe of like, or literally just say, we have no proof of intent. Like, so I say I'm suicidal, I have a plan, and they say, yeah, but like, we're full up, and we're full up of people that have already tried to kill themselves, so we can't help you, like, until there's proof that you genuinely do want to die, i.e. you tried to kill yourself, we can't help you. And then that's rubbish, obviously, because it's like, great, like, not everyone fails suicide, some people do succeed. So if that would be me, then I wouldn't be coming back to ask for help afterwards, because it would already be done. And like, when I had like, even suicide attempts aren't taken seriously unless they're serious, even though, like, technically if you try to kill yourself, it doesn't matter like how physically ill you are from it, because the intention was still to die. That's not how it's seen. It's seen as like, the more seriously hurt you are, the more serious your intent was. So if you're like in hospital after a non-serious attempt, even though every attempt should be taken the same because it's still trying to end your life, I was just thinking, like, the only reason why someone would maybe have a non-serious attempt is because they've asked for help, and then they've been told by professionals they can't have help until they've tried to take their lives. So then they try to take their lives without the intent to actually die, just so that they qualify for help, which is just so messed up. But basically, yeah, after an attempt, like, I spoke to someone in, like, I had a mental health assessment, and they, like, the lady was really, really nice and, like, encouraged me to open up and be honest with her, which I was. And then she kind of just really switched up on me, said, like, thanks for being honest, but, like, I'm sending you home, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you, just go on and live your life, you'll, like, have a good life, kind of thing. And, like, I was shocked by that. That was my worst experience of being treated, because, like, I felt that I made myself really vulnerable to her and, like, really opened up, and she was so lovely to me, saying she was going to help me and she was going to, like, help me through this. And then she just said, nah, changed my mind, like, you're wasting my time. So that was when I went to my psychiatrist with CAMHS, and I said, like, I disagree with the conclusion that she's come to, and, like, is there anything you can do? And then he admitted me to hospital, which, like, I appreciate him doing, because it was kind of like him saying, I believe you. But I do feel very invalidated by the whole system. However, overall with CAMHS, my experience has been good. Like, appointments have been regular. They've done, like, their best to help me. I'm not saying that I'm better or that, like, it has always helped that much, but they've done everything they can, and they've gone, like, above and beyond to, like, see me regularly and see me out of times, like in crisis, like, even if it was at late at night or out of hours work, they would still come and try and support me. So, like, they've been really good, basically. And we were planning to just discharge me to my GP after, like, when I turned 18. But then, because, like, things weren't so great just recently, we have decided to do the transfer to adults, which I am nervous about because I feel like I'm not ill enough that, you know, like they're just gonna discharge me or not be helpful. I don't know. But I will like maybe make a video about that, the transfer as well, like my first appointment at adult mental health services and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to say, if you're like younger and like you've heard bad things about CAMHS, that I would just give it a go. Like maybe I've just got lucky in my area, but my GP's lovely, knows about mental health, and I didn't have to wait for CAMHS. They have been so consistent and like tried to help me so much. Like the worst that can happen is that you try and like you don't like it or they're not helpful, and that really sucks, but give it a go for sure, because like they've provided a lot of support for me at CAMHS, and I'm not really like sad to leave. I was sad to leave my art therapist. I'm more just apprehensive because I feel like it's a nice amount of support I get there, and I'm not sure whether like it'll be reciprocated in adult services. But that's my experience with CAMHS. I've been with them 5 years, and from their team, from the team of people I see at Lichfield, everything has been as good as it can be. The only bad experience I've had with the NHS is in like A&E, general hospitals, and the psych ward. Like that's the only bad experience I've had. But from CAMHS, the team I've seen there, like my regular team, have been like really great with me. So I would encourage young people to like try that.